Advocate, attorney. What's the difference? Which one do you need? I'm Frances Shefter with Shefter Law P.A., and today I'm going to talk to you about the difference. And trust me, I know what you're thinking. Well, she's an attorney. Of course she's going to say an attorney. But that's not always the case. Sometimes an advocate is great when you just want an extra pair of eyes to look over the IEP, when you just want somebody there with you to support you. However, once you get adversarial, an attorney is what you need. And here's why. First, an attorney, if an attorney does something wrong and messes up your case or you don't think they represented you well, you actually have an avenue to do something. There's the bar association. They, we have to get licensed and we have to go through ethics and all of that. And so if we're not ethical, there's a way to get us in trouble for that, which none of us want. So as attorneys, we're making sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing and we know what we're doing when we do it. Whereas with an advocate, there's nothing you can do if an advocate messes things up. Second, attorneys are licensed and trained on the law. Anybody can be an advocate. Anybody can say they're an advocate. Oh, I was a special ed teacher. Oh, I was a mom. I can be an advocate. Which, yeah, they know that little area or the way their child is. Whereas an attorney, we know the law, we know how to present the law, and we know how to interpret cases. So we know how to advise you on your legal rights. A lot of people say things like, oh, well, an advocate's cheaper. So, I think I'm going to start with an advocate first. I can't tell you how many times I've had clients come to me and say, well, I've been working with an advocate for a year and we've had no progress. Or I've been working for an advocate for 2 years and this is where we are. And as soon as I listen, I'm like, well, did the advocate do this at the first meeting? And they're like, no. Why would they have done that? And then I get to explain why. Like, well, because by law, if you disagree with the evaluation, for example, you request an independent educational evaluation. That's just what you do. And if you know the law, you know that. So while you might be, okay, let's try with an advocate and see where they go. Yes, I understand that. But once you're adversarial, you're going to not always, but most of the time, waste money working with an advocate because they can't move the needle as quickly as an attorney can. Because when an attorney is in the room with you, the district brings their attorney and they bring central office. And both of those people have higher pay grades than those in the school, meaning they have more authority to do more than the school does. And they also know the law better. Where, as a former teacher, I can tell you now, teachers don't know the law. They just know what they've always been told or what their principal wants them to do. So, advocate, attorney, depends, typical lawyer answer. If you just want somebody with you or you just need somebody to help you with the IEP, an advocate is great. Once you get adversarial, you really need to talk to an attorney. I'm Frances Shefter with Shefter Law P.A., where we help families have a stress-free IEP experience.